Okay, moving on. I can see that everyone have their names and all. If you have collected the pin. Now, before I get started, I'm just going to talk about myself. Like, I just introduce myself, and then we'll go about the product, just for you to know that my experience and what I bring. Right. So, I have started Appo in last year, and under Appo we have an HRMS, LMS, a school management system, and Appo One, which is an all-in-one business ERP. The first three things are already available. The last one is something we are currently working on. In the year 2023, I also started a Zoho implementing agency for non-profits called Tech for Social Good. And we are currently Appo and Tech for Social Good as sister entities. They're existing and doing similar work. One with the Zoho and Appo implementation, the other is the software products that we have. Prior to this, I have worked with many non-profits and I was working as a fractional CTO with multiple non-profits. And I have an overall 15 years experience, and around 12, 13 years of that is in the non-profit space. Now moving on, under Appo LMS, these are the features that the LMS have. I will take you all through the demo and I'll show each of the features very in depth. But before that, I'm just going to take you through what it does. First of all, it's a plug and play LMS, unlike Moodle or any other open source LMS where you have to hire an agency, do the customization, they'll do setups and all of that. Appo Learn, you can just get live in 3 to 4 days because this is like a SaaS platform. Now, under Appo LMS, you can upload the courses in any format. So I'll show you in the demo in the next 5 minutes that you can add YouTube videos, PDFs, documentation, and many other learning materials as per your organization's needs, and it will be able to handle that. Now, it also has a branded landing page builder. The home page is completely customizable, and your NGO and your organization can kind of customize it for its own use. It doesn't have to be our branding at all. It has quiz and assessment, so you can add quiz and take assessment at the end of the learning. This platform offers free and paid courses both. It also does automatic certificate generation. When I say automatic certificate generation, after they take a quiz, the certificates can generate automatically, and mass emails to learners. That means from the platform itself, you will be able to send mass emails to the learner. For example, if you are using this learning management system and there's an upcoming course, you can send a mass email from the platform itself. Last but not the least, it does drip content. That means it will open the lessons one by one, ensuring the structured learning. For example, if you have lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3, a learner cannot move from lesson 1 to lesson 3 until and unless they have completed the lesson 2. So this is all the features that are there. Now I'll go into the demo, but I'm just going to pause here and I'll ask that any question up until this point, or shall I go and else I'll just go ahead with the demo. Okay, let me then go ahead with the demo. Perfect. Just 1 second. I'm just going to log out and I'll just share my screen. Okay, so this is the home page of the Appo Learn LMS. So as you can see, we have a URL, and then when you go to the URL from mobile or from desktop or any device, this is the landing page that you're coming to. Now, every element in the landing page is customizable. And when I say that, I mean all the pictures, all the text that you see on the pages, that are all customizable. And I'm just going to log in and take you through how this landing page. The first thing is how can you customize this for your own use, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the other features that were there. So let me log in first. Now I'm logging in with a demo login. So I'm logging in as an admin of the portal. Once I log in, you will be able to see the number of courses, number of lesson, number of enrollment, number of students, and just the basic dashboard. Now I'm not going to go explain. Now I'll go ahead and go to the website setting. The website settings is where you will be able to upload your logo and images. So when we came to this page, you can see there's a logo here. There's an Appo LMS logo here, and this is a picture that comes on the landing page, and this can completely be changed. Clear my drawings. Yeah, and I'll show that where you do this from. So for example, I don't want this Appo LMS logo because obviously this is for an organization and I would want their logo, something like logo name and all of that. And then this, instead of this image of foreigners, we might want some image of a some Indian people. Now, if the moment I save it, you will be able to go ahead and see it here that the Appo LMS. Okay, let me change the Appo LMS as well. This logo, and I'll save this as well. Then I'll go back to logo and images. So the logo has changed, the image has changed. Now, if I go to this particular page and I'll refresh it, I'll see that the logo has been changed to something like a logo name, and this image has also changed. So I'm going to change it back, but this is how you kind of change the branding a little bit, like the branding and the image, and also the images that you see on the website. Now, apart from this particular section, there are also many sections that you see at the bottom, right? Everything that you see even on the bottom after the zero section, the first section, that gets edited from the section called homepage builder. I'll go to homepage builder. So you will be, once you come to homepage builder, you will be able to see a lot of um, different designs that we have kept, but the default is what we are on right now. Now I'm going to go to edit layout, and you'll be able to see the moment you do edit layout, everything that you see here, like instead of an orientation program, I might want to say that this is a TTED training program. And then instead of it's being black, I want to make it blue or something. So the entire page, the text, everything that you see, including all the images that you see, even the icons, all of these icons that are there, all of them can be edited from the website builder itself. And for example, if you see a section and you don't even want that, for example, you don't want this particular section, you can go ahead and cross this, but that doesn't make it, that only makes it disappear from your platform. But you can click on the plus sign again and you can get it back. Now there are many sections, so we have around 50 to 60 sections like this, and you can get any of these sections as whatever you like and whatever is more relevant to you, right? So these are all the sections. Just give me a second. I'll just put on mute. I'll just close the door. I'm sorry for that. So the Swachh Bharat people do come at random hours and make a lot of noise whenever they come. Okay. So now what I was saying, that if you don't want a section, you can close it. And if you want them back, you can get it from here. And every section that you see, all of the section that, any section that you add, you can always edit the text and the images for that. So that was how the homepage builder and the branding works, including the footer. You can get rid of the footer if you don't want, and you can also customize the content that are there. That is about the homepage builder. I'm just going to stop sharing and I'll just check if there's any question on the homepage builder. Okay. You can unmute yourself, or you can also add the question on the chat. If not, then I'm just going to move ahead and talk about the other things that we have. Okay. Now moving on, after the home page has been customized as per your likings, now we'll go back and I'll come here again on the dashboard. Now after you log in, there is, before you create your courses, you have to add categories. Categories are nothing but folders. I will currently add another category called test, right? So I'm just going to create another category called test category, and I'll just create a, so there was one category that was already added. There is another category that got added now. Now how it will be showing. So if you hover on the courses, or if you go to, if anyone click on the courses, what happened? All the categories gets displayed here. So client orientation is one category, test is another category. So you can add as many categories, and your courses can be in either one of these categories. For example, test is just created. Test doesn't have any courses, hence we can see a 0. So after the categories are created, and again, all the pictures and everything, you can literally add what will be the picture, what will be the name of it, and all of that. This is completely customizable. I just added the name, but there are description, thumbnail, logo, all of that can be added for the category. Once the categories are added, then you can upload a course. I'll go to manage courses and I'll click on add new course. Now, when you add a new course, you will have to add a title, description, short description, and then you can also select the which category is it going under. I'm going to pick test, and I'll see it's a course level is beginner, made in English. It's paid or free. So in the LMS, as I was talking about, you can make a course free or paid. Both are available, and for free. For paid, you can also set a price. For free, you can just say that it's a lifetime or a limited time course, right? But and then you can enable drip content. Drip content is a part, as I was talking about. If it's enabled, the learner has to finish one lesson before moving to the next lesson. So that is drip content. And then we also have an option to keep it active or private. I'll tell you what active and private does. So if you have a program where only 100 people maybe are selected beneficiaries and they are supposed to take it, you will make it private so that people, nobody, like no random person can take this. You will make it private and then we'll go to student enrollment. Just give me a second. Student enrollment. I'll go to enrollment, student enrollment, and enroll a student. For example, if I makes I can make a course private, and then I can say Piali is is the person who has to take this. So we can set this up from the backend and I can select as many learners. So that is the use of a private course where you have a fixed number of beneficiaries and you want only them to take the courses. You will keep it private and enroll them from the backend. Whereas if it's a program where you want it to be listed in the link on your website and anyone and everyone can sign up and take it, so on those times you will be making it like a active content, active course, and then it will be directly listed to the website or the link that I was showing, and then anyone and everyone can be able to sign up and take this. So this is the use of private and active. Apart from that, you can also keep upcoming, pending, draft, and inactive, depending on. But yeah, so these are the two we generally suggest, that keep it active or private. Draft is only when you are still working on it. Now once you save this course, I'll just go to manage courses and I'll open that. Once you add, just give me a second. Yeah. Now, once you add a course, you will be also able to create like a section. So for example, maybe one thing is the Apple and LMS learning, and then one is a quiz, and maybe I want to add another PPT or PDF, PPT for reading. So like this, you can create a curriculum where it will have many sections, and under each of the section, you can add a video lesson or all of that. I'll open and show how a lesson gets added. When you click on add a lesson, it can be of many different types. It can be a YouTube video, many different type of video, Vimeo video, typical video from uploaded from your computer. It can also have gamified contents like Scrum, right? And it can be image, document, text. So these are the type of files that you can upload as a lesson. You can also, apart from adding a lesson and all of these lesson files, you can also add a quiz. I'll show you the type of quiz you will be able to add. So if I add on questions, and you can add questions, you will be able to add multiple choice question. That means you can give option A, B. So I'm just for a simple thing, D, and I can say that the answer is B. So these are multiple choice question where I have given that I can write the question here, that choose, pick an answer, and then they will say one A, B, C, D in the option, and then I am writing that D is the right answer for the system to know. So this is multiple choice. Then you have fill in the blanks where you will have to write the answer here, and then we have true or false. So these are the few type of questions you will be. So I'm saying the answer is true, and then you can add them. So this is how these are the type of question you can add after a lesson has been completed. So after that, so these are the type of quiz, and these are the type of videos or documents that can be added. Now, before I move to the other parts of the demo, I just want to pause and understand if there's any question relevant to this particular part. Okay. Okay, now I'm moving on. After the courses has been added, what will happen based on what you have picked, the students will be able to come to this particular thing, go to all courses, and will be able to see that the courses that are there, and students can then go to learn more and enroll themselves, right? If they will click on enroll now, and then they can log in with their email ID and password, they can sign up in the platform themselves, and they can start. Now you can see the progress. I'm logged in as a student PLE, and you can see the progress will be also auto calculated by the system itself. So for this particular course, we can see 66% has been completed. Now if I click here and if I click on continue, Until and unless it is completely completed, the certificate will be showing that keep up the good work and it is 60%. You have to complete the entire thing. So the certificate can also be generated automatically. And the way you do that is that obviously you just go to the certificate section of the system. Just give me a second. Certificate settings, and you upload a certificate based on your so this is the template that are there, but you, instead of this particular image that on top of which the certificates get generated, you can put one of your branded document and the certificate will be in that particular format. The certificate is also very much customizable. It's not only the background that you can pick, you can also build your certificate and you can decide that okay, I want this particular thing to be here. Maybe instead of course completion date, I want it here. I want to add maybe another thing, sign. I want to add a thing called signature, and I would like to add something called signature and place it here. So you can decide where all the placements are going for the placement that are already there, and also you can add new things as well that you want to add as part of the certificate. So the design of the backend can be customizable. Everything that you see as the text, that can also be customized as per your organization's need. So that is how the certificates get generated, and the system is tracking it automatically, and once it detects that 100% has been completed, it will yeah, show the certificate right here. Now going back, that was about certificate, and now I'll just cover a couple of very basic stuff. In terms of user, there are three types of users the system can have. Admin is somebody who can manage courses as well as the website and the branding part and all of that. Instructors are somebody who can only add courses. They cannot add change the website settings or the logos and all of that. So you can add your team members as an admin or as an instructor, and people who are signing in to take the courses or your beneficiaries will be students. So these are the three types of users we have in this thing. In terms of the now last but not the least, there is another thing that are there, which is newsletter. So from this now let me go back to the website itself, and I'll go back to the footer. So there are a couple of things you see on the footer of this. There is a section where you can see a newsletter sign up things is there. So here anybody can submit their email address and they can sign up. Now the moment they sign up or they log in as a student, your from the back end you will be able to see their email IDs that who all have signed up. So see Piali Tech for Social Good. I'm a registered user because I'm also a student. Info@tech for social good, I haven't signed up as a student, so it's saying non-register. So people can subscribe to newsletter, and you can then create a newsletter from here. Like I'm just gonna name the thing test, and I'll just put hello on the body and I'll just submit. So this test newsletter has been created. Now when I want to send the newsletter, I can select all users, I can select only to all the students, I can select the newsletter subscribers only. So you can decide who all you want to send, and you can send it from the platform itself. And I think this is very useful when you have upcoming courses and you want to know, let your students know that there's a course that is upcoming and all of that. So that also will be happening from the system itself. Now I will stop sharing. This is pretty much how what the LMS does. There's one particular feature on the quiz and how the quiz results gets generated. I will, but before I go into that, I'm just going to check for questions or any queries that I have. Okay. Any questions so far? And it is okay for, yeah, any one of you to ask the questions. Okay. If there's no question, then I'm just going to do the last bit of the features that we have, and then I'll go to the pricing section. Okay, now this was the quiz. You saw that how to add the quizzes and all of that. Now I'll just quickly show if the quizzes are added and people are taking the quizzes, then how the results you will be able to see. You can click on export quiz results and you will be able to see that for quiz 1, 48 participants were taking participate. For quiz 2, that was added 42, and you will see the participant list on this thing, and then you can click on the thing and you will be able to see the quiz results. I'll open a quiz results to give you a glimpse of how the results will be. Just one second. Just Then I'm trying to, just 1 second, I'll just show the Excel. I'll first open the Excel that has got downloaded and I'll then share my screen again. Okay. Here is the Excel that got downloaded. So you can see Kaushal has taken this assessment, attempt date, you will, and then question number one was wrong, question two was wrong, question three was wrong, and all of that. So all the six questions was wrong. Correct answer zero, wrong answer six, and total question six. Marks is zero, and hence he has failed. So this is how you will get a list of learners who have taken the assessment, and will be able to see what are the results on the quiz. So this is all we had in the Appo LMS. I will go and talk about the pricing. Just give me a second. Let me pull up that PPT. Okay. Now, in terms of the pricing, typically for a organization or for a training program where you have up to 100 learners, we will have a pricing around 50,000 per year for up to 100 learners. But if the learners are more than 100, so the costing will be anywhere more than 1 lakh, but it depends on the number of learners. So we cannot give you a fixed pricing for learners more than 100, because it will completely depend upon how many learners are we talking about. Are we talking about 2,000 people taking the courses or 200 people? So it will be depending on that, but the rough pricing would be, for 100 learners, we have a flat pricing 50,000. For more than 100 learners, it will be 1 lakh per year plus, depending on the number of users that you would like to have. Yeah. So for example, if you're talking about 200 learners, it will be 1 lakh. But for 2,000 learners, it will definitely not be 2 lakh, like 1 lakh. So, but it has to be a custom pricing. So we will be doing a custom pricing based on your need and the learners that you would like to add to the LMS, right? So I'm just going to pause here, and this is all the detail that I wanted to share. Now I would love to understand if there's any question related to the pricing or the features, anything. Okay. So if there are no questions, because I don't see that there are any much questions, so I would say that I do have your email IDs because you have registered, but I can see that someone's name is called PCVC. Can you just tell me which organizations are you joining from? Or you can just put it on the chat, because then I will be able to locate you, and I'll just trigger an email. I will do a one-on-one call after the thing. I know Avhans and Bijoya, so I'm not asking them for their details, because I know where they're yeah, coming from. But for PCVC, okay, I'm just going to, perfect. So I will check up a sign up sheet, and I'll reach out to you individually, and for a one-on-one demo or one-on-one discussion if you'd like that, right? And what's your name? Can you just, yeah, so it's International Founder for Client Prevention and Victim Care Chennai. And may I know who has joined? If you can just enter your name, I'll just make a note as well. Lakshmi. Okay. Okay, Lakshmi Sri. So I'm going to get back to you. I will email you in tomorrow. You'll get an email from me, and I'll talk to all of the people who have joined, right? Thank you for joining, and I'm giving back 30 minutes on your calendar, because the call was scheduled for 1 hour, and I think that we already got done. So yeah, thanks for joining. I'll reach out to each one of you individually. Bye.